ඔබේ දරුවාගේ ජීවිතේ ඊටත් වඩා සැපවත් කරන යුතුයකම තමයි අද අපිට පැවරලා තියෙන්නේ. අපි ජීවන බර අඩු කරන්න ඕනේ. අපි ඒ සඳහා අවශ්‍ය වැඩ පිළිවෙල අපි දියත් කරනවා. අපිට මේ රටේ මිනිස්සු වඩා සම්පෝෂිත ආර්ථිකයක් කරා අපි ගමන් කරන්න ඕනේ. අපි අපේ පොළොව ගැන, අපේ මාතෘ භූමිය ගැන, අපේ මිනිසුන් ගැන විශ්වාසය තියෙන යුගයක් දැවිලා තියෙනවා.
Meanwhile, a meeting of the Federation of Persons who are engaged in self-employment projects was held at Temple Trees in Colombo today under the patronage of the President.
මේතර ස්වයංසේවක වෘත්තිකයන්ගේ සම්මේලනයේ ජනාධිපතිතුමාගේ සහභාගීත්වයෙන් අලේඛා මණ්ඩලයේදී අද පැවැත්වුණා.
A group of State Bank officials met the President at Temple Trees in Colombo yesterday. President Rajapaksa told them that the action will be taken to grant pension payment entitlements to State Bank, corporations and private sector employees. Moving on to a short break, more local stories coming up next.
Welcome back. President Lanka Rupavahini says that the attempt of certain persons to introduce politics of hatred in the motherland should not be allowed to continue. He said that our forefathers who fought to protect the national heritage had a great affection and love for the Sri Lankan nation. The President was speaking at a mass rally at Rundal Public Stadium with the participation of lakhs of people today. President Rajapaksa said that politics of hatred should be eliminated from the Sri Lankan political arena. Politics of cursing is not needed for the country. These people are cursing families today, similar to the action taken by Portuguese soldiers in the past. This practice should not be allowed to continue, he said.
වෛරක්කාර දේශපාලනයක් අද මේ දේශපාලන භූමියට හඳුන්වලා දීලා අපි මේ වෛරක්කාර දේශපාලනයෙන් ඉවත් වෙන්න ඕන. මේ වෛරක්කාර දේශපාලනය තවදුරටත් ගෙනියන්න ඉඩ තියන්න බෑ. මේවා දිහා බලනකොට මට මතක් වෙන්නේ අර පරංගිකල වැඩ වගේ තමයි මේ ශාප දිහා බලනකොට හාමුදුරනේ පේන්නේ. එදා පරංගින් මේ රටේ දරුවෝ උඩ වීසිකලා බයිනෙට්ටුවට දාලා බයිනෙට්ටුව අල්ලලා වුණ මැරුවා අපේ. ඒ වගේ තමයි මේ උදවියත් අද තාත්තාට විතරක් නෙවෙයි ගෙදර ඉන්න අම්මටත් ගෙදර ඉන්න දරුවන්ටත් ඉතාම වෛරක්කාර විදිහට.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa paid his last respects this morning to the late minister and upcountry People's Front leader P. Chandrasekaran at Talawakale. The president, who visited the Lidula Urban Council to pay his last respect to the upcountry People's Front leader, inquired into the welfare of relatives of the late minister and plantation workers who were there to pay tribute to Minister Chandrasekaran. The body of the late minister was placed at Lidula Urban Council today, where President Mahinda Rajapaksa, several ministers and other dignitaries paid their last respects. Speaking to reporters after paying his last respects, President Rajapaksa said the demise of Minister Chandrasekaran was not only a loss to the Tamil community but also the country, as the late minister made some decisive decisions during his political career. Special SL, CTB and private bus service is being operated to provide transport facilities for the people who is visiting Lidura to pay tribute to their late leader.
The 32nd Sarasavi Film Awards ceremony was held at the BMICH in Colombo yesterday. Awards were presented to Best Cinematic Creations screened in 2007-2008. The first Sarasavi Film Awards ceremony was held in 1964. It is organized by the Sarasaviya newspaper annually.
Sarasaviya Sammanaratriya.
We move into foreign news.
Welcome back. Moving on with foreign news. Emergency services rushed today to evacuate more than 400 people in the New South Wales town of Coonamble. Days of heavy rains in the state caused flooding said to be the worst in 30 years, swelling rivers and leaving hundreds of farms cut off by flood waters.
Floodwaters were expected to peak at 5.5 meters Sunday night, raising concerns that the 6.5 meters urban levee would burst. An evacuation order issued by the State Emergency Service was mandatory. 2 areas of the state have been declared natural disaster areas, and the damage bill is expected to run into millions of dollars. Officials were unable to estimate the area currently underwater, saying reports were still coming in. Many farmers have welcomed the rains as respite from a long-running drought, but have been forced to herd livestock to safety using boats.
Damage is expected.
Residents of Copenhagen have voiced their reactions to the attempted attack on Danish cartoonist Kurt Vestergaard, whose drawings of the Prophet Muhammad caused global Muslim outrage.
A Somali man armed with a knife and an axe and suspected of links with Al-Qaeda broke into Vestergaard's home but was shot and wounded by police after Vestergaard raised the alarm. Hours later, the 20-year-old suspect was stretchered into court yesterday and denied charges of trying to kill Vestergaard. Copenhagen resident Mitty Bookhaven said the attack raised wider questions about immigration in the country, but another resident said it was unacceptable for Vestergaard to still remain a target. In court, the Somali also denied trying to murder a police officer who responded to a call for help at Vestergaard's home in the town of Araslate on Friday, police said. Danish police intelligence said they believe the attempted assassination is terror-related and accused the man, who has not named, of having links with Somalia's Al-Shahid militant group as well as Al-Qaeda militants. The cartoonist Al-Shahid militant group as well as Al-Qaeda militants. The cartoonist, 74, pushed a panic button field to a safe room and was unhurt when police arrived. His granddaughter was in the house during the attack. Police could not confirm reports he had tried to break down the safe room door with the axe. Westergaard, who in 2005 depicted Prophet Muhammad with a bomb in his turban, has been under police protection since his caricatures of the Prophet led to death threats.